Welcome to Thursday night on the Ulysses International channel. I am JM, your GM, and we are here to play some Fading Suns. We are getting close to the end of this second arc, The Curse of the Abandoned. And so, welcome back to Runner. Brother Gabriel had to step away for this evening, so his character is basically dead in my eyes. And before we forget, check out the Gods of Aventuria crowdfunding on GameOnTabletop.com. There are stretch goals that have been met. It's already funded, right, Mark?
Yes, it got funded in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, Mark has
They're
bought
up.
all of the Kool-Aid. Just
Yeah.
all of it. Like, what is it currently at? Do you have that by any
I checked
chance?
earlier today. It was at 32,000, so there was probably 10, 12 stretch goals that were unlocked.
Excellent. So, when we last left off with the, you're not the horseman, with this crew that still has no real name to it, you guys were on this desolate and poorly terraformed planet, delving into this rocky tor that was referred to as a castle by the original terraformers. You've been split up for a little bit. Runner and Bran were swallowed, it looked like, by a wall, and one of Runner's paws was left behind. Cutter.
It's okay. She's got 7,000 more.
Yep. Cutter and Brother Gabriel encountered a number of people bound to these stone altars that were slowly being dripped on and poisoned and just consumed by flames. And you guys managed to rescue one of these heretics who kind of fell into heresy long ago and followed after Ashkagael. And currently, he is being piggybacked or yoted around this complex on the back of Brother Gabriel, who is, and he is fervently praying for your souls, mainly for his, but you guys kind of get the proximity prayer blessing. Perpetua and Father Bell, you ended up in this small grove of what seemed to be dead trees, but actually had people. Like, it was as if either the people had been metamorphosized into trees or were bound within them, and the trees grew around them, and there were these strange female-like creatures that flew from tree to tree, drinking the blood sap from them, breaking limbs, sort of torturing these creatures. And as you put them down, Father Bell and Perpetua and Cutter and Brother Gabriel all sort of managed to meet back up here in this grove. And that's where we're going to start, and then we'll jump over to what is going on with Runner and Bran. So, Mark, you had something you definitely... I feel like both this session and the next Torg session is going to start off with Mark asking for healing rolls. You're muted, sir.
Tonight, I'll be doing the healing, and on Torg, I'm just laying there unconscious because, I rolled horribly and I'm just bleeding out on the couch.
All right,
Even though I have a psychic power that can heal myself, it didn't work when you roll it once. Yes, I rush down, and whoever I come to first, I believe Perpetua and Father Bell are both bleeding onto this. Was it white sand or black sand? I can't remember.
It is black sand.
Black sand. Is it sizzling like it was in the other room?
It is not.
Okay. Just making sure. And it does look like Perpetua and Father Bell, right? These aren't...
It does look like Perpetua and Father Bell. It definitely looks like them.
If only Runner were here to smell them, just in case.
I won't smell you. It would do no good anyway.
That would be weird.
Yeah. Hold still. I'll take it off my back and break out the old med kit and try to help Perpetua with.
Aegon in this episode is being played by Crispin Glover.
I critted with a 13.
Nice.
Ooh.
So
Hey.
all 13 can go to your healing, and it's 2 for 1, right?
It is 2
Or is
for
it
1.
2 for 1. So 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Where did I put my pencil?
All right, so Father Bell, these harpy-like creatures have scattered. Cutter comes running in. Brother Gabriel is much slower to sort of come down the path behind them, and Cutter starts immediately applying medical aid to Perpetua, and you need it too. You've been pretty badly.
I do. I will patiently. But Brother Gabriel, who is this with you?
As you turn to look back, there's this rippling in the cave, almost like a wave of like a heat distortion, and it sort of passes by the three of you, and you guys can feel like all of the moisture, like in your mouth, your eyes dry out. It feels as if like a blast furnace has been opened and then closed, and as it ripples through the trees, as Cutter is applying the first aid to Perpetua, two things happen. One, the trees ignite as this wave goes rushing past, and as the screams begin to fill the forest, you can see as this heat wave sort of hits Brother Gabriel, it passes through him, and then he is gone.
And is
Jeremiah?
Is Jeremiah, whose name I don't know.
He is
Also
gone
gone?
as well.
Oh. Well, we'll catch up later. Hey.
I succeed, but not quite as well with Father Bell,
Okay.
and you get 5 vitality back.
Okay. Can I spend a revival as well?
You can. You are in the middle of a burning forest.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna wait until I need a revival.
What's the plan?
I suggest we advance out of the burning forest.
Yes. Put my stuff back in the bag.
Post-haste.
All right, go ahead and give me a endurance plus vigor roll.
Does it have to be those two attributes specifically?
Yes.
Oh no.
You gonna undo all the healing I just did?
Probably.
Okay, I'll bump mine up.
What'd you get there, Father Bell?
I needed a 7, and I rolled a 15.
Cutter, what'd you get?
That sounds quite similar to my roll.
Cutter, what'd you get?
I needed a 7 and I got a 14.
I passed with a 3 out of 18, so I'm willing to switch with Father Bell, if he'd like.
So if you did not succeed, the difficulty of this is going to be a hard test. So 4 VP is what you need to spend to overcome it. If you succeeded on your roll, if not, this round you take 3 everybody takes 3 vitality.
Okay.
I do have weird points if you'd like to re-roll.
It's not. You got to spend it before you roll.
Oh, you can't use it to re-roll a normal.
It gives you advantage, or it gives you makes it a favorable roll.
Yeah.
I know how this game works. All right, so as you go running through the forest, you can hear the screams coming out of the trees, and there is these popping noises from behind you, and you can see as the limbs of the trees start to burst, they are spraying this boiling sanguine sap out everywhere. That's part of the damage that you're taking, as it hits and just kind of boils and blisters your skin. which direction are you headed? Are you heading back up the path? Are you heading further down into the forest? Father Bell or Perpetua, you have a map of this place that you've sort of cobbled together with your think machine. Still trying to make your way down? Is that the goal?
Yes.
All right.
So do we have to go through the forest to do that?
You've got to run through the forest, so I do need one more vigor plus endurance roll from all of you.
I have weird points if you'd like to make these favorable rolls.
I would love to make this favorable. Thank you.
I too would.
All right, there you go. Appropriate
Right,
since
all of my that was not a real roll. I'm just checking my dice, but I hate all of my dice. In case you were curious, I'm pretty sure they're all on strike.
I feel like this has been a theme for you, Lily.
Yeah. Well, I lost one of my dice. I honestly don't know where it is. I do succeed this time with a 4.
Nice. That's exactly what you needed to overcome this.
That's correct. It's good because I don't have a VP at this point.
Father Bell?
you know, surge if you need to.
Yeah. Well, I surged last
rolling.
time. Did I get a surge? I mean,
We should have 2 surges at this level that we're at.
that's right. I didn't. I
If you need to, or you can have another weird point if you want to convert it into vitality or into vault, into VPs. I know this game too. Into stuff.
I'm on fire.
Did you get...
No, I did, but I did not succeed with other die.
Okay, then you will then, in this case, the damage increases to 5 this round.
Oh, there we go.
take your revival.
You can see, like, this tree explodes next to Father Bell, and the shrapnel comes, the splinters of the wood, already pre-bloodied. It's just one feature that Ashkagael offers. They go ripping through Father Bell's side, and you can hear over the crackling of the flames, a cackling laugh as you head into this tunnel that Perpetua has identified. Runner, about an hour ago, you were following Perpetua and Father Bell down this tunnel that seemed to be contracting and expanding a little bit as you walked, carrying with you the unconscious form of Bran the pilot. And there was as they entered onto this other platform, into this large cavern, you could see the trees. What I need from you is a dexterity. Let's just do a straight dexterity roll. I'll give you dexterity plus fight.
Okay, cool. I was like, man. All right, dexterity plus fight.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. That was successful. 8 out of 16.
All right, how many are you spending on this?
I will go ahead and spend 6.
6? All right.
Yes, sir.
So you, as you were stepping forward, you can see that the walls of this cavern kind of close very quickly, this tunnel, rushing towards the center. Jumping back, which of your limbs is the one that you would miss the least?
Probably my second left hand.
Your lower left hand or
Yeah,
your upper left hand?
my lower left hand.
That's I did say it was a left hand. So you kind of pull back and you can just feel this snapping noise as the rock wall solidifies in front of it, and you pull this bloody stump back and take 6 vitality.
Shoot. Okay.
And you hear the sound of wet feet slapping on the stone behind you.
Okay, I whirl around to see what is that.
There is there's a woman standing in the tunnel. You're not sure where the light is coming from. There is this sort of volcanic glow that sort of, as you turn, you would expect that with the door or with the tunnel closing off in front of you, the light in the tunnel would leave you just kind of in darkness. But there's been this rising, as I said, sort of this volcanic light that begins to like glow and play off of the walls, and you can feel the heat starting to radiate from the stones around you. And in front of you, wearing again just a cloak of raven's feathers, cowl pulled up, hands dripping blood, feet also just completely bloodied, as if they've just walked through an abattoir. Ashkagael stands in front of you. Oh, little doggy. Did you lose a paw?
Yeah, but I got another one, and I make a very rude gesture towards her.
Excellent. I knew I liked you best, runner.
No, you didn't. But that's fine. You can lie to me. It's okay.
Oh, no,
I'm going
runner.
to start walking because there's nowhere else to go, so I'll walk past her.
You, as you walk past her, she sort of and reappears about 12 meters down the hall.
Okay.
Hunter, you're not bound by morality like the rest of them. You are not a sanctimonious blowhard like Father Bell. A wanderer, an itinerant wanderer like Cutter.
Sure.
A bloodthirsty warrior hiding behind a jump gate cross like Brother Gabriel. Killing in the name of...
The Pancreator.
You and Perpetua, you are the two that I feel most a kinship with.
That's cool.
Come, tell me.
And I guess.
Is the noble... So you get the feeling that you don't remember this tunnel sort of curving to the right?
Mm-hmm.
And you sort of get the feeling that you can see the bloody footprints and kind of the drippings from your own arm eventually, almost as if you were walking in.
Okay, when I reach that point, I stop because I'm not going to exhaust myself. And I'll set Bran down and start wrapping my arm.
Would you like me to help you with that?
Oh, what are you going to give me? A claw? Oh, wait. I got some of those. A hand? Oh, I got those too.
Wouldn't you like your hand back?
Sure. But,
what about the life of your friend? And almost immediately, Bran goes rigid and starts gasping as if he can't breathe.
Well, of course I'd like him to stay alive.
Are you sure? Does he mean that much to you?
How much have you had dealings with Borox before you got stuck here?
Your kind has been known to me. What about your friend Perpetua? And the rock wall sort of bubbles and shifts, and you can see about 40 meters down. Perpetua stands there, her hands disappearing into what seem to be stalactites. And she's hanging about 8 inches off the ground, and she seems beaten and battered and bruised and just tortured.
Is this one of those games where you're going to ask a Borox to make a choice between one of the two humans about which one lives and which one dies?
No, of course not. This is not some Lady in the Vorox situation. I'll give them both to you.
Oh, that's kind.
All you have to do is kneel and worship me.
Yeah.
I'll even throw in your hand. A new one.
Throw in my hand too?
A better one.
A better hand? Oh my goodness. Lady, you really know how to sweet talk, don't you?
Bran has stopped breathing at this point.
Runner is aware in the back of her brain, and it is panicking right now. I don't know if in the little bit of understanding that you've had with Borox, we don't really. I raise up my stump to do quotes, but it's worship phase. The Pancreator is great, but I'm more of a I don't really do that worship thing well. You might not even really want me to be one of your loyal, so I'm going to ask instead that you stop killing my friends and let me be on my way. I am going to then... I'm going to actually do this. This is a terrible idea, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull the Harpy Screamer out and shoot at her once.
Okay, roll to hit.
This is a terrible choice. But, hey, guys. What's a little roleplay if you don't make a bad choice?
We're here to roll dice and make bad decisions.
Yeah. All right, 13 out of 15. Well, 16. 13 out of 16.
13 out of 16? All right, how much do you want to spend to attack her?
I will spend 1 from my pool and make it a total of 14. Herculean effort.
The Screamer... So several things happen at once. The Screamer hits Ashkagael, and these feathers just kind of cascade to the ground. You hear, "Oh, poor choice, runner." And there's a snapping noise at your feet. And Bran goes limp, his head at a broken angle. But you do strike the wall with your Screamer, and so here's my second question. How many points of damage do you want to do to the wall? What's your base damage on the wall?
5. If I throw in 2 VP, I can make it a total of 9.
It's your choice.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make it a total of 9.
All right. So Ashkagael disappears in a shower of feather. Bran lies broken and dead at your feet. The wall that had the image to Perpetua where she is being tortured is gone. But your blast does strike the side of the wall of the tunnel, and the crystalline structure of the rock sort of shatters from the Harpy Screamer, and you can see that on the other side of this tunnel there does seem to be there's a station inside of it, like a room that looks like it matches the technology of the terraforming station.
Okay. I will close Bran's eyes. I will take his badge, which I would then return to Dorian or someone, and step through into this room.
Okay. Father Bell, Perpetua, and Cutter, you are now in this other tunnel that's leading down. Perpetua, I need another will plus focus roll from you. You can feel yourself, the two versions of yourself are drawing closer together.
You want me to lead our little troop down this first? I'm less squishy than you guys.
Probably. I did not
correct.
succeed at that check.
You did not? Okay. By the way, Occam's Razor does say that, of course, bad guys use the plural. Entities should not be multiplied beyond necessity. Normally, I would agree with you, but this entity does want to multiply beyond necessity. That's sort of her shtick.
And how it goes.
So you failed the roll.
That is correct.
Okay. Cutter, as you turn around to say, should
Which way do we go?
Should I lead this? You can see Perpetua sort of stops, and you see this cinderous light kind of pour from her eyes and mouth, and it looks briefly as if she is consumed from within from a fire, and it is just you and the very injured Father Bell standing in this moment.
I look at Father Bell. What is happening? Everyone's disappearing.
Just a minute. I will go into myself as I've been taught and take a revival. And feeling a little better. For being horribly, horribly injured. The short version is that the power of the demon took part of Perpetua and sent her to us as a ruse, but I was able to free that portion of Perpetua from the demon's control. But because the rest of Perpetua is captive and likely being tortured, her split ability to cling to reality was tenuous, and now we've lost her. Now she is reunited, but she is in more peril than ever.
You know where she's at?
But I think I only have a dim idea of where it is, although I might be able to see it better. If
I still have weird points if you need to use them for something.
I might need to. So I could try to use the all-seeing eye.
It's the one that sits in that amulet around your neck, right?
That's right. That's right. Or metaphorically so. It is, in fact, the jump cross there also contains the manifold and infinite power of the pancreator, at least the link to it. But it will be very, very difficult to do. But I'm from her description of it, in game terms, I believe this would be a severe task. Trying to see an unfamiliar place that I know about, but I haven't necessarily visited.
And you want to give it a shot?
I want to give it a shot. I'm going to take one of those weird points.
Okay.
And I hope very much that my dice have worked out their feelings and are ready to cooperate. I kneel and pray and meditate upon the spot that
I start pacing and light another cigar.
Oh well, that's good. That's good. I think we are just about there. I am going to need to use my last surge.
Okay.
I rolled a 9 out of 15. Is the better roll. I have to spend 10, which I can do. And I get a sense of the being.
You very clearly see Perpetua, much like I described earlier, suspended, arms encased in stone, above the floor of this cavern that you sense is beneath you. You can see where the back end of your ship is still slowly being consumed by the lava pit that it fell into. You can see, again, Perpetua's eyes have snapped open. She seems fully present now, unfortunately, in a body that has been yanked across space and time by a dweller in the darkness between stars. And things do not look good for her. You also hear a crashing noise kind of at her feet, and you can see Brother Gabriel kind of sprawled out there at Perpetua's feet, unconscious.
And having been vouchsafed this vision, do I think that I can muddle our way closer to where that is?
Yeah, you have a fairly good sense with that power of where things are going. So you can direct him through the tunnels, getting you closer towards where this entity is keeping your friends. So Cutter in the lead, Father Bell behind.
I will first bless Cutter. Well, attempt to bless Cutter.
That's also a monumental task.
All things are possible with Pancreator. Here we go.
All right, well, you do that, Father Bell. Runner, you are in this room.
Okay. So it's a lot of tech, like from the terraforming.
Mm-hmm.
So with revivals,
Mm-hmm.
do we have to roll something in order to be able to use it? Okay.
Nope, you can just say I'm spending a revival.
Okay, I'm spending a revival because I did not have very many vitality left.
Missed my chance to kill Runner.
Oh, you did. I was sick. I was 5 away from dying. So I was getting a little nervous. So in this room, is there any either communication or surveillance equipment?
There's a number of planetary monitoring readouts that you can take some time to try and decipher, and there is a comm system here that's connected back to the main terraforming site.
Does it look like the comm system would be able to jump systems and get off planet?
It may be able to get off planet, but you would basically be sending a message to the jump gate, and whenever it cycles its messages out is when it would get.
Okay. Then I am going to attempt to do several things. The first of which is create a message for that other group that the brother talked about with that battle sister. Gemma, I believe.
Okay.
And create a message for her and Saint Beatrice about this place. That's the main thing I want to do, and then the second thing I want to do is figure out how to get to Perpetua.
All right, so it's going to be a wits plus interface roll to try and get this message out, and this is going to be a very difficult task.
Sweet.
Dan,
Yes.
just a reminder, I have a military squawker that's planetary wide if I perchance hear her say something.
Okay.
TL6 radio comes with the mercenary for some reason.
Well,
Don't give me a gun. Give me a big radio to hump around.
that's right.
We all have our uses.
Yes. Mine seems to be healing you guys. You keep getting shot and clawed and bitten.
I'm
and
14.
What did you get, Becca? Sorry.
I got 10 out of 14.
All right, how many are you spending to send this out?
What did you say it was?
It'll be 8.
Okay, then I'm going to spend all 8.
All right.
Or not all 8, but I'll spend 8.
All right. Are you sending it just a broadcast to try every possible channel to get through, or are you just sending it specifically like tight beam?
Would I know which one has a greater chance of getting to the jump gate?
Not really. The broadcast the broadcast will alert anyone who can hear it, so it's got the best chance of cutting through multiple layers of interference.
Okay.
But you have a better chance, but you also have a chance that other things will overhear.
Then unfortunately, I'm going to do a tight beam.
Okay.
I want it to get to the jump gate.
Mark, do you want to spend a weird point to pick it up? It's your choice.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
So you can hear Runner. Runner, what are you saying in this message?
I am saying to those who follow the Lady Beatrice, the Lady of Light, and specifically to the sister battle Gemma and her crew, this is the final resting place of Ashkagael. May the lady protect you and guide you here. Your sword is needed.
So Mark, you got a fix on that transmission. You can hear that. But then the transmission goes dead, and Runner, next to you, one of the terminal that you're using explodes in a shower of sparks. And from behind you, you hear, "None of us are leaving here alive."
Oh, I'm well aware, Bran. But if I can help the next people, then I guess we're halfway there, eh?
He's taking a shot at you.
Okay.
So as you turn, you can see Bran standing there, his head sort of lolling over his heart as he tries to get a bead on you and fires his revolver. Perpetua, as you kind of come to, everything is hot, everything hurts, it's sweaty, it's painful, and you can see kind of like you are about 12 meters away from this roiling pool of lava. You can see old terraforming equipment that is sort of keeping back the majority of the sulfurous gases, the poisonous exhaust, even the heat, but even they seem to be running down and failing. And you kind of awake because you can feel a soft, wet hand kind of patting you on the face. "Wake up, Perpetua. Welcome back. I hope you don't mind I brought one of your friends here." And you can see the figure of Ashkagael is actually standing on the breastplate of Gabriel, leaving 2 bloody footprints, one on either side of his sternum. And you can see kind of off in the corner, crouched up in terror against what seems to be this at first you take it for just another piece of maybe like volcanic or obsidian rock, but it looks like this black, multifaceted, rough, uncut piece of stone. Yet when you look at it, in every surface you see yourself reflected, blood weeping from your eyes. And kind of curled up next to it is this guy in priest robes. His voice hoarse from screaming or praying or maybe both. And you can see like where he has marked in what seems to be blood the jump gate cross on his robes. There's like a burned hole in the center, and you can see like blistered skin kind of underneath, and he's just crouched, rocking and praying, hair stringy and greasy and just kind of covering his face. No one's
all of the reflections are the same.
They're not all the same. As you look, some of them are laughing maniacally. Some of them seem to be muttering. You're not sure what they're muttering, but they definitely have that sort of a vitriolic snarl to the mouth. Some of them are beating something that you can't see, but you can see the blood spray splattering up against your reflection. It is almost as if every sin, every vice, every tempted thought that has entered your head over the course of your adult life is being replayed in every facet of this stone. Welcome back to me, little one.
I wondered how long I would last.
Not nearly as long as I had hoped, and probably less than you had as well. Would you like down? I do fear something has gone wrong, and your pilot is dead. It seems there's nothing Runner could do about it. Voroxes and their impulses.
Runner is alive?
The last time I saw her, yes. She was unconcerned about your plight. Much like Father Bell and Cutter, I do believe that they only see you as a tool, a guide to get them where they're going, and to be discarded as soon as you can't.
I mean, I know that's how you would see it.
Have I lied to you yet, Perpetua?
I don't know. I'm still here.
Come now. A simple exchange. I let you down. You take a piece of me with you when you leave this planet.
Can I see, is Brother Gabriel breathing?
He seems to, it's kind of hard to tell. He's wearing a lot of armor. Have you seen that picture that we got of him? He's like...
He's not like blue, though.
He's not blue. I mean, he's probably pretty depressed, but he is definitely just
I can't blame him for
unconscious.
being depressed. We can all be depressed together. That's fine.
That's right. Come now. You are not a religious person. Don't think of me in the limited terms that Bell and Gabriel spout off by rote. I don't know everything. There are more wonders and terrors in this universe that are comprehended by their dogmatic little minds. Isn't that what you're about?
But I won't be able to appreciate them.
Oh, but isn't that what you're about, Perpetua? Pushing past the boundaries of the known, encountering such wonders that we could find together.
I don't believe that you'd let me. What about that guy over there?
Jeremiah?
It looks like he took your bargain and he's still here.
Jeremiah was not bound here by me. He was left here by the church. And then he had some very unkind things to say about me, and of course I did take umbrage with them. Would not you? He made certain promises on his very existence and then sought to abandon them. I gather they abandoned to me, Perpetua. I do not allow any to take them from under my wing. But not where you are at right now? Abandoned on this hellish planet? Wouldn't you rather be somewhere? And all of the heat is gone. You are standing on this like precipice of a mountain overlooking this purple forest of strange kind of bulbous trees below you. You can see multi-winged creatures taking flight. This planet has no name in your tongue. Yet I have walked here in the dew of the evening at the dawn of creation. And she points up into the sky, blood still dripping from her hands. And you can see, just on the far edge of your vision, the telltale circle of a jump gate. No one left alive in the universe knows the code to that gate. But I do. Jump gate codes that the Ur themselves have forgotten. I would give to you and put in that piece of machinery in your brain that you call a think machine. Codes to wonders and terrors that no one has seen.
What about the creatures in the trees?
Which ones? Those, I'm not even sure they have a name anymore.
Anymore? Did you make them?
The ones flying around?
The ones that were eating the trees.
Oh, those creatures. Oh. They are... Well, several of them fell to your hand. Would you prefer to take one of their places? I have several openings.
I mean, I saw it happened before I disappeared. Before I came here. What are they?
They are those who have given themselves to me body and soul. I'm not even asking for that, Perpetua, just a bit of space in your brain.
How did it start for them? I can't imagine anybody would say yes on the first ask.
But you are a creature of will, Perpetua. I'm sure you would be able to resist the next temptation. We are only talking about this one, after all. We'll come back to you in a second. Father Bell and Cutter, you head further down.
Father Bell, runner's alive. I heard her transmission. Runner.
Father,
Ashkagael. Yes.
Oh, go ahead, Father Bell. Sorry.
Oh, two things. First, Ashkagael is full of deceptions. Second, my blessing has succeeded, and I bless Cutter to protect us until we have rescued Perpetua, which means until you succeed, all of your roles in doing those sorts of protecting things are favorable.
Okay.
So,
until we rescue, like Gabriel
Right.
and Perpetua and them.
right. Until you either succeed along the way and then the blessing is expended.
Okay.
Or we accomplish the goal and you've rolled a lot of failures, but favorably.
You guys can clearly hear the sounds of shots going off down the hall. As right, Runner, I'm taking a shot at you. Well, I hit. Runner, I'm going to spend 6 to overcome your body resistance.
Okay, I will.
No, Runner, not Cutter. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I thought he said runner, and then he said cutter, and then yeah, me too. You're fine. Okay, fine.
You're just going to take it?
Yes.
All right, you will take 6 points of damage as the newly risen husk of Bran puts the second shot of the revolver into you. Cutter and Father Bell, you hear the second shot go off, and you definitely hear it strike home in someone.
Okay. Then I will level the screamer and shoot back.
All right, go for it.
I seem to remember that Gabriel had a revolver. Come, Father Bell. It must be Gabriel.
Mark, you can have a weird point.
Will 6 to overcome his body resistance. I was successful.
6 to overcome his body resistance. All right, I will spend 3 more to up it to 9.
I will spend those 3.
All right.
It does 5 points of damage. Because I still have the screamer in my hand. I haven't pulled anything else out.
That's true, and you're down 1 hand.
Yes.
I think Father Bell has that hand. Did you pick the hand up, Father Bell?
I
touched
examined
it, and it was cold.
Yeah. We did not bring it along as any sort of. No,
It's okay.
I didn't.
It's okay.
All right. So you hit it, and you can just see as the sonic waves kind of break against Bran's body, it severs the last tendons that were holding that head on, and it hits the ground, and Bran's head just starts laughing as it brings the gun up. The body kind of lurches and brings the gun up again. Bell and Cutter, you come racing around the corner, and you can see, kind of stumbling back, you see Bran, except Bran's body has no head. It's just, it looks as if it's been cut away by some sort of sharp talon, and it fires again. You can hear Bran laughing with wild abandon, the screaming laugh of a madman. Cutter. Runner, sorry, I am going to hit you for 6.
I'm going to spend my last 3 and make it 9.
I will match it.
Okay.
For another 6.
Oh, okay.
Third shot goes off Cutter and Father Bell and this husk. You can't see what it's shooting at.
Do I get a shoot back?
You do get to shoot back. I'm just describing it.
Oh, I was like, wait, he gets to shoot again?
Yeah, he shoots 4 more times.
No.
It's called impertinent reaction. It's a perk I just made up. It's for when the player is impertinent. I get the reaction and can take a reaction to shoot.
So we're starting to go into combat now?
Yes. So Runner, you are up.
Okay. So by the way, I just had to look this up again. The person I follow, what is it? The patron saint for Runner is the daughter of Rylos.
Okay.
And she was like, there's 2 patron saints for each profession, and this one is the is not the one who went about and tried to convert people that she found. She's the one who went about and destroyed and hunted down and killed people and became death incarnate. So
Yeah, that seems way more runner speed.
which is why runners' reactions towards the death of Bran are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so shooting. All right. Do I know the body resistance?
It is 6.
It is 6. I am going to match you. That's 6.
I will not up it.
Okay. I do a total of 8 points of damage as I aim where it hurts.
All right. Cutter, Father Bell, you can see just there's this high-pitched noise, and the right part of Bran's torso sort of explodes out, splatters the backside of the tunnel. It is now your turn.
It's not wearing armor, right? So there's no armor-based resistance?
There is no armor-based resistance, no.
Okay. Then I will use my sharpshooter to increase my goal and damage. I will shoot him with a 3-round burst. This is favorable since it's defending us. Does that meet the prayer guidance?
Sure.
I mean, I don't need it. I'm just making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to. And I will let out not quite a prayer, but more of a screech of or Beatrice.
Okay.
And I hit with a 17 out of 19, so that's 17, and then another. Whew. So that gives me 37 in my vault, which I can't keep. I do math. $68. So 3-round burst gives +1 impact, so I'm going to do a total of 16 points of damage to it as I hit it with a 3-round burst. Because I can't keep all the extra.
You spent to overcome his resistance. I get a chance to increase the resistance as well.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So I hit it. That's right. Totally forgot about that.
I'm going to increase my resistance by 4.
So I'll have to spend 10. New math.
If Bran was not maniacally laughing on the ground, Meep might have been appropriate.
Okay, so that makes it a 14 damage.
Oh, okay, good. You see, Runner, all of a sudden you just hear the bark of high caliber rounds as it goes ripping through Bran's body. And you can just see it sort of staggers to the left as these shots kind of pile in from the right side. As you watch, the head's eyes kind of go wide, and it starts screaming. And as it does, you can see little legs kind of come out of Bran's mouth and kind of prop itself up, and it starts to scuttle away.
Suppose I can step on
Father
it.
Bell, you go next.
Father Bell goes next. You cannot see the head.
I can't see the head?
You cannot see the head. It is in the room with Runner.
Oh.
Runner or Cutter yell, "Oh my God, it's got legs!"
Yeah. Well, so would I be able to moving into the room would be what? Would that be a primary action, or would it be?
No, you can go up into the room, but you would get right next to this thing. It's standing in the doorway to the room.
Okay.
It is still standing, and it does still have 3 shots left in its revolver.
I see. Well, when I was on Antioch, faced with a husk, I used Counter the Dark, which severed the connection, and so I'm going to try and do that again.
Okay.
And it just happens. I speak, and I say, the wounds that this world has left on your soul will all be healed, and you will be whole. And
You hear this garbled reply as if someone is trying to speak with marbles in their mouth, coming from the room. As the husk's body drops to its knees and kind of sits back, their torso kind of leaning forward, you hear, "Lies! Lies, Belle! You've lied to me for the last time." And the head that you can see, Runner, kind of scuttles off behind the banks of machines that you have been accessing.
Cool.
Perpetua, back wherever you are. Listen, Perpetua, I've never lied to you. I've lied to many people. Perhaps millions over the course of this torturous existence. But I have not lied to you, and I have not lied to Runner. And so, don't worry. If you accept, you're not going to be the only one carrying a piece of me. It's not as if the whole thing rides on you. It's just one little step. In exchange for a universe of knowledge. Take me with you. Let us explore together.
Why do you need me to take you with me?
Call it a scintillating experience. So often do I find people who wish to come here to worship, to fall, to embrace the coolness, the relaxation, and the sublime isolation of the darkness between stars. But I am not only here. And every place I go, it expands me a little bit more.
And how do you get there? By people like me.
By people like you. So, I can toss you into that lava pit like I have been threatening, or we can come to an accord. You and me. And one of but 1,000 mysterious planets.
And what will you do with Brother Gabriel?
Oh. I do not want to lie to you, Perpetua, but I do not think you will like the answer I give. Those of the church are very set in their ways when it comes to experiencing things they don't understand. I believe Brother Gabriel would respond with, "Burn it with fire." Or nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
I think we called down St. Beatrice, but I don't think either of them burn things with fire.
Do not mention her name, Perpetua, or I will... And you kind of see her shake her shoulders, and like the feather cape sort of ruffles down her back. I am not here to talk about her. I'm here to talk about you. One-on-one. One last chance.
And what
Here.
about my other companions?
The head kind of comes up, and you can kind of see like that pale white skin of their face. The ruby, almost blood red lips kind of break into a smile. What will you give me for them?
What's Jeremiah doing?
He's not
So-
here. You're on this other planet, or at least
that's-
that's what it feels like.
We appear to be on another planet.
Occam's razor is my good on you, bud. Good on you. Nothing.
Oh, great.
That
Thank
was
you.
between me and the chat. Do you want them to go free? Do you want me to give Runner her paw back? Sadly, Brand lies beyond my hold right now. But I'm sure I could help him get ahead.
That's just so wrong.
But you don't like Father Bell. What about Father Bell?
Do
You
not.
mentioned Runner.
I
You
would.
mentioned Brand.
Is he really that important to you? I have this intense desire to see what he would be like, lit up like a Second Republic candle.
I'm not sure that his faith seems unassailable. I'm not sure that you would be able to do that. He appears
is-
to have the attention of St. Beatrice.
It is true, but I have found that even the most devout in this age cannot walk on lava. They do tend to sink and burn quite nicely. As time rolls on, men and women are smaller than what came before, and their faith likewise is smaller. It is why my kind are devouring the stars, and wouldn't you rather be on the winning side, Perpetua? Enjoy what little time this universe has left to it. And as you watch, like, the sun of this planet starts to collapse in upon itself.
But you didn't answer. I mean, you told me what you could do. But, I mean, either they'll die here and now, or they'll die when you, who claim to be on the winning side,
Come now, you don't even believe in the Pen Creator. You don't listen to Father Bell's sermons. You don't call upon the name of the Almighty or any of his or their saints. You exist for the here and the now. It's what I like so much about you, Perpetua. Your path is paved by your desires.
I'm not sure that's true.
Father Bell, Runner, and Cutter, you stand there in the room. Cutter has her, or Runner has her middle limb bound, and there is definitely...
So I don't know. I mean, I know there's someone out there, but when I do see Cutter and Father Bell, I grin at them and say, "That's right, I live, bitches." And then I turn my gun on whatever is scuttling behind the banks of stuff.
As you lean back to look, you can see the last little leg worm into a little hole that cables kind of extend into the wall.
Well, that's just gross. Hi, I'm gonna sit down.
Here, let me help you.
Please.
will Break out the first aid kit, set the settings on the med pack to Vorox for info. Spend 5.
The first question on the med pack is, how many limbs does your Vorox have?
6. She's missing a claw, but she still has 6 limbs.
All right, you go ahead and give me the remedy roll.
Woohoo! 15 out of 18. So it's a success, and you will get 7.
Yes. Oh, good. 7 is good, guys. I had 4 vitality left. Can I take my last recovery
You may.
or revival?
Sure.
We're gonna make it out of here. Can't keep like just clinging. We're gonna make it out of here, guys. It's fine. Okay. Did I figure out where Perpetua was?
You know that she's sort of through that wall and down.
Right. Because after sending out a message, I wanted to see if there was like a map or something.
There does not seem to be. It just seems to be these devices that are monitoring. They seem to be monitoring something about the planet.
Can I take a note of what it is?
Give me a wits plus interface roll.
Sure.
6 points to figure it out.
15 out of 11. I failed.
There's a lot of dials and gauges.
Is there an entrance out of this room?
There's not out of this room, but Runner does know like where in the wall where it opened up kind of overlooked Perpetua.
All right. So we gotta just blast a hole here.
Okay. Why don't you guys move back down the hallway a bit?
Okay. Hi, Father Bell.
This is also why they call me Cutter.
I got you, Mark. I got you.
It is good to see you, Runner.
I will set up my charges and spool out my deck cord. No. A little bit farther back. Keep going. All right. Plug your ears, open your mouth. It'll be a bit noisy.
Yeah, like that. Good job. Yeah, good job.
JD, please tell me that you got captures of all of that. So, the time is running out, Perpetua. Soon there won't be a time to choose sides anymore. You will be cast about on the winds of fate to see where you fall. And as I remember it, you're not really here. She sort of taps you in the center of the forehead, and you can feel the wet blood kind of smear. You are still broken, battered, and a prisoner. And all I offer is freedom.
I don't agree with your definition of freedom.
You hear this loud explosion, and the whole planet sort of, you can see the sun goes dark, and as the trees come ripping towards you as if some great wind is pushing towards them, you rock back into your body, and you see these rocks come tumbling down from above. And as you lift up your eyes and stretch and sort of look around, the stalactite you are bound to, you can see there's this smoking hole several dozen meters up the wall, and kind of waving through the smoke to kind of get it to clear, you can see Cutter emerge from this hole. You got Cutter. You blew a nice hole in the wall, like
Borax-sized hole.
it is definitely the size of 2 Voroxes, maybe just one with 90,000 legs, but Runner at 89,999 can definitely skitter through.
We can climb down to Perpetua.
That's
You can.
what I'm going to do.
It's Perpetua. I start there.
Strength plus survival to get down.
Woo!
I still have weird points, Father Bell, if you need it.
I'm gonna spend some victory points. Success.
Is there a difficulty, or you just have to succeed?
It is difficulty 4 to get down.
I succeed because I rolled a 4, so I won't spend anything extra.
I too succeed.
Runner?
I was quite successful.
Okay. You guys get down about halfway down the wall, and Perpetua, you can see this large shadow sort of slip over the edge and start climbing down face first, as we established last time, Australian style. You can see what seems to be a human skull that has been bloated and expanded to grotesque proportions, and what seems to be 6 long, grasping arms emerging from its mouth as it sort of descends down after your 3 friends. And you recognize the face. It is Brand's.
Do we see it?
It's coming straight
Okay.
for you.
So when I see that he has 6 limbs, I'll be like, now that really touched my heart. Imitation, sincerest form of flattery, and I'm gonna shoot up at it
All right.
and drop the last half or whatever.
You're going to try and drop the last half. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna shoot and probably let myself drop if I have to.
Okay. Give me your dexterity plus shoot roll. Cutter, you're
Okay.
going down the same way, aren't you?
Well, I don't have a rope because that was left. I mean, if I
Alright,
have
so
a
you're
rope,
cl-
then yeah. Well, if
you're
we have
cl-
a rope to rappel, then yeah, I'm just gonna down rappel. So I'll be on the ground. When I hear a shot, I'll have to turn around.
Runner, what'd you get?
I was successful with an 8 out of 16.
All right. How much are you spending to overcome his body resistance? You know that Husk.
I'll spend 8
All right. That overcomes his body resistance.
because it's
By 2.
4.
Less than 8.
It is 8.
It is 8. Okay. All right. And I'm going to aim where it hurts and do 8 points of damage with my screamer still.
All right. You see flesh and bits of ragged bone just kind of separate off of this thing's, what seems to be its forehead. And it kind of rocks back. You see some of the rocks shear and fall. Cutter has hit the ground. Are you dropping the rest of the way?
Yeah, where's Father Bell?
Climbing next to you.
Carefully climbing.
Climbing carefully next to me. I'm gonna look at him and say, "I'll catch you," and then yeah, I'll drop.
Well, this is either going to go really well or spectacularly. Runner, give me a endurance plus vigor roll to see if you survive your superhero landing. It's not good for the knees.
She's got 6 of them.
Ooh, good. 11 out of 13. I'm glad I spent this victory point.
All right, 10 to take no damage.
Okay.
All right, so Father Bell, you definitely hear something crunch beneath you. As you look down, you can see that Runner is there, 3 hands and 1 stump extended, and this thing, the thing that was Bran, is skittering down the wall straight at you.
Can I get a shot since I hear her screamer go off behind me?
Sure, go ahead and give me a shot, Cutter.
Because, the whole trick of Australian is to get down just enough speed that you just come running off the rope, ready to go.
Yep.
Okay. I will spend 1 victory point to do my sharpshooter, +2 goal, +1 damage. I hit with a 12. So that's 16. I need 8 to overcome. Okay, I spent 8 to overcome its resistance. So you up it?
I am going to up it by 6.
Okay, by 6 more? Sure, I will spend that. And so 7, 8, 9, and 5. I will do 14 points with my 3-round burst.
All right. The front part of Bran's bloated skull just rips open like wet paper mache, and fluids and matter just come falling down onto Father Bell. It's still moving towards him. What do you do, Father Bell?
I speak the words of censure.
Censure!
O unbeliever, turn back, repent your folly, heed the prophet, lest you face gravest penalty. Oh yeah, he's censured. Well, let's see, I have to overcome his spirit resistance, which I'll spend 6 to do.
Yes, that'll work. And what does censure do? For those in the audience who may not know.
It makes all of his attacks unfavorable until he succeeds.
All right. All right, Father Bell. This unholy abomination just sort of lets go about a meter above you and crashes all limbs and fluids and squishy matter as it crashes into you. I have to roll unfavorably.
Or does it?
That's fine. All right, well, the crit does not hit because I also rolled a 3. So, Father Bell, I will spend 4 to overcome your body resistance.
Okay.
Still got weird points if you want to convert.
Yeah. I'd like to make that 3 a 1. Just to rob you a little bit.
Oh, it does rob me. I will spend the additional 2 points. All right. So I'm still sitting at 4.
So 4, okay, and I will spend 3 to increase my body resistance. Flattening myself against the ledge.
I will match the 3, Father Bell.
Oh, fine. Well.
So it crashes into you. dealing 5 vitality, and I need a.
Ow.
What's your endurance?
My endurance. How rude. It's 4.
It's 4.
Yeah.
Does this or was this stayed upon you? It is not twice your endurance, but it exceeds your endurance. So all of your rolls to shake off its poison will be considered unfavorable. How do you like it, Father Bell? Sorry, that came out kind of.
Slightly mean.
And so, Father Bell, this thing crashes into you. Runner, you manage to grab him before Father Bell is driven into the ground by the bulk of Bran's body. Father Bell, you have been poisoned and you are fatigued. So in addition to suffering a unfavorable roll to shake it off, you have a -2 goal roll on all physical actions, and you must spend 1 VP before you make a roll, even if there is no cost to it. Otherwise, you may not take a physical action.
I see.
So this thing kind of rears back up. Perpetua, you can see that the bottom of its body seems to be made almost entirely of teeth as these stabbing, grotesque limbs kind of flail about. It is Runner, Cutter, and Father Bell's turn. Sorry, you're trussed up like some sort of demonic grouse.
I'm guessing since her arms are secured, she's doing like leg ups and working on her core.
That's right. Yeah, this has turned into like a training montage for Perpetua. I don't know what you brought, but Perpetua is at the gun show. So, what are you guys doing?
Are you going to shoot it?
I was going to say one of us should shoot it, the other one should go get Perpetua, and Father Bell, please stay behind me.
Roger that.
You guys can see Gabriel stretched out unconscious at the feet of Perpetua, and Cutter and Father Bell, you recognize the nearly catatonic form of Jeremiah against this large, sort of almost egg-shaped stone.
Cool. Since I will push Father Bell behind me, stepping back towards Perpetua, and I will pull out the crucible blaster.
Okay.
And aim with that and shoot at this brand thing.
Not the egg?
I don't know what the egg is. Sorry.
There's like a big
Runner
black
sees
crystal.
a threat.
Yeah. I think we got to destroy it, but we got rid of this spider brain thing first.
All right. I was successful in shooting it, and it's 8 for the body resistance.
Yep.
I spend my 8.
I had to spend a bunch of things just to hit Father Bell, so I am not choosing to spend whatever victory points I have remaining.
Good. Total of 12 points of damage.
All right, what does it look like when the screamer hits this bullet-ridden, bloated corpse?
This is the SOE Crucible, which is
Blaster.
a blaster.
Okay, what does it look like?
I mean, you hear her mutter something, about the good die too soon and the bad make it messy, and the line of the blaster just kind of shoots in and blows out the back of his head.
Just splatters it against the cavern walls. All right. As Bran sort of, the creature that was Bran sort of just dissolves into this noxious smelling putrescent goo. You hear the sound of wet footprints on stone and little sizzling noises. I suppose it is time we settle this. Monkeys and dogs, and creatures for which you have no names. And standing in front of Perpetua, against the egg, her hand sort of resting on Jeremiah's head, you see Ashkagael. And that is where we will pause for tonight, and we will pick up with the final episode of the Curse of the Abandoned. So, thank you all for tuning in. Occam's Razor, you and Rookcat, the touchstones that you guys are picking up on warmed my heart as both a GM and a storyteller, so I just wanted to say thank you. Perpetua, I gave you everything that I had, and have a weird point. So, we will see this final showdown on against Ashkagael with this nameless crew when we return. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for playing. Thank you to everyone for watching. And go again. If you did not catch the ad at the start of the session, go check out Game on Tabletop. The Gods of Aventuria is on Game on Tabletop. They are opening just a ton of great stretch goals, and they are moving. How much longer is on?
I'd have to check. I don't know.
I'm looking at that right now. Gods of Aventuria has 11 days left. So go check it out. The Dark Eye is very close to my heart. It's what brought me into interest in the Ulysses games. Mark and I have played a lot of it. Becca and Lily and Mark and I have played a lot of it. So if you're at all interested in it, go check out Mark's game that he ran, Late Mail. It's a great adventure, and they did a great job with it. Check out all the other great shows on Ulysses International's channel. Myth Campfire Chats with me and Ross. If you're interested in more in Myth, you can check out on Drive-Thru RPG The Lost Barrow. It is pay what you want. It is a quick start introduction to both the world and the mechanics of the Myth role-playing game. On Tuesday, we run the Four Horsemen with Lily and Mark. I always forget who plays in both of these games. They don't blur together because they're completely different stories and genres. But where they are tracking down Lapis and are constantly sort of one step behind, and as Lily's character Edith put it on Tuesday, they don't seem to come out ahead anytime they confront Lapis. So the Ulysses World Show just has great information. You can go check out all of the con panels, including the keynote address from the Ulysses Con last week, which was given by Tim Brown of Dark Sun fame. And we will see you all the next time we see you. Just have a wonderful week. Stay safe. If you are participating in Gen Con online, congratulations. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. And I will see you all on Tuesday for more Torg, the Four Horsemen. I'm JM the GM. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching, whether it's here or on YouTube. And we will see you later.